Yeah! What's up, guys? CrossPlay pals here. Kyle and I trekking through this shit show.
Fucking.
Oh my god!
Have you ever stepped in a big pile of shit?
Yes, I have.
Yeah.
Both barefoot.
Oh!
Yeah.
Oh!
You wanna know what the feeling's like?
Yeah.
Okay, so have you ever like stepped on jelly or anything?
Of course.
Okay. Imagine jelly but really warm and kind of squishier. And because it gets all in between your toes.
If you don't think about what it is it gross?
Oh god, yeah, because it's super warm, and then the smell hits you, and you're like, oh no, you don't want to pick up.
So
your
what was the
God,
circumstances as to why you stepped on a big pile of shit barefoot?
All right, so it's actually not that interesting of a story, so I'm sorry for this one, guys. I had 2 dogs back at my parents' place, and back when they were still kind of younger, and they weren't fully trained yet. Damn, this dude died really poorly. They would shit inside the house, and I was tired as shit. I came downstairs, and I just heard. I was like, no, no, and I looked down, my foot's still in it, like, no.
Oh man.
I've also stepped in vomit.
Oh yeah, vomit I've done.
Barefoot. Yeah. Because I prefer not to. If I'm not wearing shoes, I'd prefer not to wear socks.
Have I ever told my vomit stories on the show?
Aside from
I have. Okay.
Like the last one, the car one.
Well, yeah. Well, not that. Well, there's that vomit story, but then like all my other ones from work, I haven't told those.
No.
I don't think so. Okay. So one of my worst experiences with vomit is I work at a restaurant. I work third shift, right? So I deal with drunk people
All the time.
all the time. That's my job, right?
Yeah.
Like, and I enjoy dealing with drunks generally, except for the angry ones. Those guys can piss off. But one time, so at this point I was a supervisor. I wasn't actually serving at this point. And a guy comes out of the restroom and he's like, "Dude, you don't want to go in there." And I'm like, "Bro, I have to. Like, it's my job."
And now that you said that,
"Dude, you don't want to go in there, man." And I'm like, "Well, now I need to." And this guy, man,
right. I don't want to, but I have to.
Written on his face is just shame. It's just shame. And I'm like, what the fuck did you do to my restroom? And so I go around the thing, and I'm thinking like, shit. Okay, it's just like gonna be a little bit maybe by the urinal, or just like a little bit like next to the toilet. No big deal. I've dealt with this before.
Yep.
Open the door, like, and you look in.
Oh.
And the way that the bathroom's set up is that it's pretty small, and you open the door,
yeah,
and then you can immediately to your right is like the stall.
Yep. And
the stall and the urinal are like, next to each other, and you can see everything in the bathroom from just the door. And I look over to the stall at the end of the room, and underneath the bowl, underneath the bowl, across the entire floor of the stall, it was like a shield was put up, like right on, like where the stall is, and it was just a floor. Like, you ever play The Floor is Lava?
Yeah.
The floor is vomit.
The floor is fun game to play at home.
Fun game to play at home. So I'm thinking, how the fuck do I clean this? This is ridiculous. This is bullshit. How do I do this? And so I got the brilliant idea, because I'd never dealt with it in that quantity. I got
the brilliant idea. Pro tip, not a brilliant idea.
Not a brilliant idea. And so I got an idea. I'm like, I'm just going to throw bleach at it.
Oh, dude!
I'm just going to throw bleach at it. Like watery bleach. I'm just going to throw bleach at it. And then, because like there's a drain, in most public restrooms, like there's a drain. I'm like, I'll just throw bleach at it and water. We'll just push it all towards the drain. And then I'll just kind of scoop up the chunks.
No.
And so I go get my bucket of bleach. I bring it back in. And I dump it on the ground. And then, mind you, I have the door shut to the bathroom.
Oh, you gassed.
So I started to gas myself. And so I'm like pouring water and bleach onto the floor. And it's just horrid. I'm breathing in this with bleach air. And I start to get lightheaded. So I open the door. And mind you, at this point, the restaurant had cleared out.
Yeah.
Thankfully. And I'm like, okay, now I'm just going to try and clean this. But I almost passed out in the bathroom.
Yeah.
Into like a floor full of like bleachy water and vomit. It was horrible. But then one of my other favorite bathroom stories from there.
Oh, there's another.
Oh, dude, I've got so many. But these are like the notable ones.
Yeah.
Like, these are the notable 2. But so how in like public restrooms where they have the TP, they have like that zigzag key at the top that you like punch in.
Yeah.
And it like falls forward but kind of hangs on its hinges and stuff. And then you can like take out the giant roll of toilet paper.
Yeah.
So I go in there, open the door.
That's a nice door sound, by the way.
I don't know. But I open the door and I look into the stall again. Mind you, same kind of thing. I open the door into the stall, doors open to the stall, and I can see the container for the toilet paper, and it's open. And the toilet paper's missing. It's just missing.
Okay.
And I look a little down into the container where it's like, because it's kind of like, it's like cupped,
Yeah.
I look into the container, and there is the biggest loaf you've ever seen in your life. The biggest.
Not only did somebody take your toilet paper, they just straight up shit.
They just shit in the container. Who does that? Who does that? You know who does that? Fucking crazy people.
Animals.
And drunk people. They fucking do that shit.
All right.
And so I look in, there's this giant poo, and I'm like, how do I deal with this? Like, I've never thought someone would shit in the container. And so I go in, I try to get a little closer.
Yeah.
And I'm like recalling the smell, and it's making me like gag a little bit. But I get a little closer. I get to basically the door of the stall.
Yep.
And the smell just wafts over me and just kills me. And I'm just like
overwhelmed.
instantly like, oh my God, I need to get the hell out of here. So I leave. I'm like, how do I get this? So I got the brilliant idea. I'm like, I can't breathe near it.
Once again, a brilliant idea.
This one is actually pretty smart.
Oh, okay.
This was actually a good idea. So I take one of our towels.
Yep.
And I put a little lemon in the towel.
Oh.
One of our just like cut lemons.
Yeah.
And I wrap it around my face like like a bandana.
Yeah.
In a way.
So
and
it
I have
smells
like I
lemon.
wedge the lemon up to my nose. But I open the door out of like the back area where like the restaurant can see me, and they just see me walk out. I've got this like towel, like a gangbanger, like from my face. And I'm like gonna go deal. I got gloves on and shit. Like I gotta go deal battle with this. So I go back in the bathroom, and I grab some toilet paper.
Like if Vader was broken.
It was horrible. And I get closer, and I lift this turd from the container. And the thing had some weight to it. Like it was solid. It was solid. Like this thing, like I could have like. It was like it felt like a really large crayon, just like a giant oversized crayon. And so I lifted back.
We just stole a dude from time.
Nice, fucking kidnapped.
Finally got him. And you made it all happen.
But I lift him up because this thing's got a gender at this point. And I'm thinking I need to drop this slowly into the toilet.
Yeah.
Because if I just drop it, it's gonna like spelunk back. Like when you take a poo and it drops and that little bit just hits you square in the asshole. Yeah. I was scared of that.
Except it would hit you square in the mouth hole.
Yeah, just square in the mouth hole. So I gently release it into the bowl like
a
goldfish. Who the fuck's
this bald dude?
This guy. But I look next to the toilet. The toilet paper is next to the toilet, and it's been pissed all over.
Oh.
So they not only they remove the toilet paper, they pissed all over, and then shit.
He has no eyes.
No, he's got eyes.
You're so
his face is so. What is he? What is he? Where are we right now? That's actually not a bad shot. If you just look over, look over to the sky and stuff.
Yeah, no,
that actually doesn't look like
This is probably
garbage.
the best shot we've seen.
I think these are the graphics actually kind of. This is where they put all of their graphics.
I mean, if you just kind of look at like this house too, it's not awful.
The lighting isn't terrible.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Have I told you my poo story from Nico's?
No.
My poo story from Nico's. So.
Oh wait. No, I don't think I've heard this.
I might have told it on the channel before, so I apologize if I have. But so Friday night we close at 2:30 in the morning.
Yeah.
We don't get anyone out of there till like 3. This guy comes in at 2:50. He's like, "Hey guys, sorry, I'm just using the bathroom before I go." And we're like, "All right, cool." So we keep doing our thing. And like 15 seconds later, he comes back and he's like, "Dude, I'm so sorry." I'm like, "What?" He's like, I didn't do anything, but I have no idea what just happened there." But all right.
Whoa. Hey there.
It's like, "I'm so sorry. I didn't do it, but you need to go in there. It's a shit show." And I'm like, "No." So I walk in.
Figuratively and literally.
So the bathrooms, it's a hallway leading down, and like women's bathroom, and then you take a left, and then there's the men's bathroom. I could smell it from the hallway.
Oh, Jesus.
And I'm like, oh, this is not going to be good. I open up the door and immediately gag. I wanted to throw up. I hold it back, and I look. Somebody shit and smeared it on the walls.
And the guy warned you.
Yeah.
The guy warned you. He's like, I did this.
No, he said, I didn't do this.
Oh, he didn't?
No, he's like, I'm so sorry for whatever
I thought he came up to you
No.
and was like, dude, I'm sorry. I don't know what happened. And then he left.
Oh, no. He, like, I walk in, and I can see where they pressed it and then smeared it, and then got, like, another just small handful of their own shit, pressed it and smeared it, and I'm looking around the bathroom like, what the fuck am I gonna do with this? Like,
oh, dear God.
I just kind of stepped back and was
Dude,
like,
we gotta upgrade our pistol.
no, I'm gonna stick with rifles. There's
Oh,
an
straight
achievement. Oh, I only have 3 points anyway. There's an achievement that you can get for fully upgrading rifle and pistol. So I figured we should just keep going.
Let's just do that.
But I'm just gonna sit here and finish the story. So I close the door and I come back and everyone's like, well, what's happening? I'm like, you guys can go home. I'm gonna be here for a while. I glove up, grab my bucket of like soapy water, and this scrubby, just this steel scrubby.
Yeah, like a steel wool.
And I walk back in there, and I just start dumping water on the walls and watching just this shit-colored water drain down the walls.
God, that's like out of Max Payne.
Yeah.
Like, that's.
And like after all that's done, I had to mop it up because we don't have a drain in that bathroom. And then I had to get to the wall with the steel wool to scrub off the rest of the
that's
shit.
so gross.
Yeah, that's my poo story, my poo tale.
Damn, dude.
But that's it for this episode. Sorry to discuss.
We're just like looking at the screen, like, what is this?
Let me go camping.
Don't forget to like, comment, favorite, subscribe.
Oh man.
Share with us your disgusting stories.
Tell us your gross, disgusting stories.
Your work horror stories.
Everyone's got those.
Everyone has at least one.
Everyone.
And
Everyone
we will
has
catch
that
you.
stupid idiot they work with.
Right? We'll catch you in the next episode. Bye-bye. Bye.